What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Steve Harvey has had a very rough 1 to 2 weeks. Seems like everything is going bad in his life. Firstly, Steve Harvey had a social media manager that he had to fire. And one of the reasons why, because the social media manager put out an insensitive tweet. The tweet says, "A comedian you don't find funny at all, trying to get engagement on his Twitter page." Of course, the number one answer that I could have made was Steve Harvey. He's probably the worst comedian I've ever seen in my life. He's terrible. He's not anywhere funny at all. Like nothing in comparison to D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac. He's awful. But besides that, Steve Harvey has allegations against him that his wife is cheating on him with his bodyguard. Now, of course, Steve Harvey finally clapped back at that news at InvestFest. Shout out to the Earn Your Leisure brothers. This is what Steve Harvey had to say.
Fine. I don't know what y'all doing, but find something else to do, because we fine. Lord have mercy. Man, I sure wish I could cuss though. You know, because sometimes you just wanna respond, but I ain't got no time for rumor and gossip, man. God been good to me. I'm still shining. I appreciate y'all coming. Listen.
So, this is what Steve Harvey is upset about. He says he wish he could respond to everything and stuff like that. So you hear his answer is clear. The wife is not doing that. That's fake news, which is what I sort of believed also. But Steve, you're not dealing with what I'm trying to get here or what others are trying to get here. And that is the fact that your woman doesn't leave a level of unreasonable doubt based on her past. And that is something that is sketchy. Let me just say this. If guys don't want people to question their mates, you're a public figure, and many people are public figures. So then if you don't want anybody to judge you for that, then why does your wife have that particular history? Firstly, her first husband, who's come out to expose her, was a drug dealer, okay, down in Memphis, which is where she's from. A drug dealer. This was the first husband. She should have most likely went to jail also, but he saved her, okay? How did she repay him? Well, Jimmy Town said she went and got with the cousin. So she went and had a baby with the cousin. Isn't that nice? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a baby with your cousin. That cousin is what we know as Lori Harvey, okay? Then there was some level of maybe you snitched on the guy. Not sure. So all of that. So 2 kids by 2 different men, known as a woman who doesn't care about anything but the bag. This is from people who've talked about it and all of that, okay? Now she's with you, a man who himself has been married twice. You get with her. Clearly, she was with him when she knew he was a drug dealer. So obviously she doesn't have that much morals going on. Can't. I mean, that's just not her. She knew what the guy was doing. As far as being a drug dealer and your wife is a part of the organization and knows what's going on, let me just say you this. I know everybody can be forgiven, but seems like that's a person with no morals. Like, what woman can say, I'm married to a kingpin. I know that his drugs kill people, especially in the black community. No, she didn't leave that. She only left that once what? The person went to jail. Then she went to something else. So it shows a lot of people, Steve, that the morality is low. All right? So questionable morality. The problem is, once the news or that fake news came out about you, your wife, and your bodyguard, and that she was sleeping with him, because your wife has such a terrible reputation in the past, people believed it. The problem is, you shouldn't be mad that they're spreading that fake news. The issue is, why is her past so terrible that somebody believes it. Let me give you an example. Chris Brown, Trey Songz. These are two guys here, in my honest opinion, that have troubling pasts. It's very troubling. Anytime Chris Brown has an allegation, it's believable. Didn't say he's doing it. It's believable. Trey Songz, it's believable. Want to know why it's believable? I'll tell you. They have that history. They have that history of doing those sorts of things in the past, that they have a track record. So now anybody can come out and say, oh, he hit me. Oh, she did this. Or, oh, that person did that. It doesn't make it true, but it makes it believable because they have that history. Doesn't mean that it's right and doesn't mean that it's fair, but it is believable because of how these guys have lived their life. It's believable. It's believable like a mug. All right? Believable. That's the problem. It's too believable. Okay? That's the issue here. It is believable. All right? So if you don't want your wife to have that problem, don't get mad at that. Select a woman that has a believable stand-up past. She doesn't have that. You had many wives before to get it right. And people suspect that most likely, Steve, you were cheating on your second wife with this one, which we clearly probably believe that. So if you don't want people to be challenging your marriage, because let me see this. If you hear that Beyonce's cheating on Jay-Z, it doesn't make the news. Doesn't. Nobody would believe that, okay? I mean, any other couple. Denzel Washington's wife. Nobody would believe that. But you and Will Smith, oh yeah, we can believe that. Yeah, absolutely. Want to know why we can believe that? Because you guys don't get any respect from your women. That's why, most likely. Okay? You're not somebody that can be respected. So we can clearly see, as a man that's leading with his wallet, that there's no reason for anybody to respect you, so that they don't. It just makes sense. You're upset because it makes sense. Like, if we believe that she divorced you, clearly anybody can see that happening because the level of symptom that you do. It wouldn't be believable. For example, let me just say this, okay? Lil Durk, a rapper. If somebody says Lil Durk shot somebody, his past makes that believable. Couldn't be true. It makes it, he's capable of doing that. Is it true? No. He's capable. The fact of the problem is with you don't want to deal with the fact that you're capable. Your wife is capable. She has that history of being shady in the past. Don't want those problems, pick a better wife. There you go. It's all, like, if you just pick a better wife that don't have those kind of issues in the past, then don't address it. Of course people are going to say that because there you go. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Dick Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Put your fire, you just heard the bell. We're out.